Welcome to the Sunnyslope Alumni podcast, everyone. My name is Gilbert Galahar. Alongside me is the wonderful
Julie Bustamante. Hey, everybody.
We are from the class of 2002, and we wanted to start the Sunnyslope Alumni podcast.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to tell you basically how it's been going so far. Julie, about how many episodes are we in so far?
I believe we're at 18, right?
Yeah. So 18 episodes that you can listen to on this channel. It has been an amazing experience. Me personally, I've been touched by a lot of the interviews. What about you, Julie?
I've definitely been it's been awesome getting to catch up with people that I haven't spoken to in a while. I love that we have this platform to record it so that everybody else can, chime in and say, oh my gosh, to see what they've been going through and what people have been doing. So it's been awesome. I love it.
So you've hosted a couple of the episodes. Are there any episodes that you've hosted or that I've hosted that have stuck out to you? Any specific examples that you have?
I like our very first couple episodes. I know we've come a long way since then, but I mean, I thought it was really, it felt, what it felt like? Because I was actually in town. We interviewed Max and we interviewed Aaron, and Deanne was there and and it just felt like, even though I wasn't close with any of you really, I felt like we had, it was a group. We were just catching up, and it felt, how they say, mi casa es su casa, you feel at home, and I felt at home with you guys. So it was really, that was my favorite episode, was the first. I know we've had a couple, we have a great platform now, people can hear us. They can see us clearly, with the connection, thanks to Carlos. It's been, that was my favorite, because
we definitely had some growing pains.
We still,
to say the least. Even though, I would encourage people to go back and listen to the early episodes, because the content that's in there is amazing. And the audio and video and all that stuff, that's not at par with where we are today, but still the messages that they had, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. You think you know somebody, and you really don't. When you got to sit down and give them, I don't want to say give them a chance, but actually, yeah, I guess give that time and that space for that person. Actually sit and listen, and you can see, man, I can relate to this person and what they're going through or what they've gone through, because we're all going through struggles in life. We have since high school. We didn't know who we were, and we're all navigating a journey. It's different, but in a way it's similar, and it's been really awesome to be on here and actually listen to your interviews, and then also when I'm sitting there with these individuals and talking with them, I'm like, wow, I don't know. I have a lot of compassion for people, and just to hear their stories, and it's just, to me, it's been really meaningful.
So when somebody comes on, this for the new listeners, right? How would you explain to the new listeners from Sunnyslope, if they want to get on the podcast, how do we select who we interview?
Well, Gilbert, you created this form everybody fills out, and they fill it out. You guys, we review it, and you can reach out to us, and we schedule time with you, and you can come on. You don't have to share everything about high school, you share whatever you're comfortable with. And we just want to talk to you. And, Gilbert's a nice guy. He makes people feel comfortable. I'm a good person. I'm nice. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear what you've gone through. Like I said, you don't have to share anything you don't want to share. You know, a lot of us did some maybe wild things back in the day. I'm gonna bring that up unless you want to. But yeah, I mean, that's the process. Reach out to me or Gilbert, fill out the form, and let's get you on.
Yeah, because when we interview people for this podcast, like it's straight from a good place. Like
Mhm.
we are impressed with who you are, who you have become,
Yeah.
um, and your journey is what everybody wants to hear about. There's a
Mhm.
lot of people that have come on. Um, you think about what Sunny Slope as a community was or is, and then where these people are right now, it's amazing.
Mhm. Absolutely. It's That's why I love that we created this. And I have a question for you, like, because you're the one that reached out to me to start this. So what inspired you to start this podcast?
Well, I always wanted to get into podcasting. In my profession, I sit back and I listen to people every day. And in this, I was like, why am I listening to strangers when I have this amazing community that has even more colorful stories that I actually want to hear?
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yep.
that was it. Like, you get into these spaces and you look around and then you say, man, where's the community that shaped me?
Hmm.
And that's why. And then, Julie, I reached out to you because, even though I would consider us friends,
Hmm.
we ran in different circles.
Yep.
And I wanted this not to be about me. I didn't want it to be about you. I didn't want it to be about anybody other than Sunny Slope. We
Right.
are very unique, very different. We are Sunny Slope.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why, I guess I'm comfortable with talking to anybody. That's how kind of I guess it was in high school. I didn't really, like you said, I ran in circles or ran in different circles, and you're right. You were in the football, the football group and, popular guy. And I would never, some people consider me popular, but I don't think so. I just talk to everybody, and I think I think you and I are a great team for this. And I think that's why we've gotten so many. I mean, it's been 18 already, and I have more interviews in the works. I know you do as well. So, I mean, I think this has been super rewarding and awesome, and people feel comfortable to talk with us, and they can, we would never make anybody feel uncomfortable. And I remember when you first came to me about it, and I mentioned it to some people, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know." I got a little bit of kickback. They're like, "Oh, I don't know. I'll listen, but I'm not going to be on it." And it's funny because some listeners have become, actual interviewers or interviewees on here. So it's definitely we're going to make you feel comfortable on here. We're not going to pinpoint anything. I mean, gosh, Gilbert, we're getting to that age where we forget some things. So, who's going to remember, a certain incident, in high school, or if something happened, I don't know, just come on. I would love to get anybody, and it could be anybody, like you said, that touch foot in Sunnyslope. You don't necessarily have to have graduated. If you went to
Yeah.
Sunnyslope, come on here. We want to hear your
I'm
story.
telling you, if you rocking that green and white, we rocking with you.
Yeah.
And I said it before, especially if you're successful. If you're successful, we claiming you. We are
Hmm.
claiming 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on down. And so I want to ask you too, Gilbert, where do you see this podcast going? How do you see it evolving?
Yeah. So right now we've just been doing single interviews,
Hmm.
right? So where it's just one person, we're featuring one person. I think we're gonna start evolving into almost like into a group interview type
Hmm.
space. especially with this platform that we have now. There's no reason why we can't have 2 or 3,
Yeah.
4 people on here all at once. They
Yeah.
might be talking over each other, and we'll have some growing pains with that. But yeah, I think once again, what makes our community great is the people in our community. So if we had a group of people on here, I think that's one of the episodes that I'm working on is in that group space. So if you and your friends want to come on the podcast, get your group together. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. And share our page, subscribe. We're going to grow as people share it. And as long as y'all want to keep listening, I mean, I've gotten a lot of really good positive feedback from people. They're like, yeah, we're subscribed. We're looking for that next episode. Like, we want to hear more. Is that some type of like feedback you've been getting too?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, and obviously we are not the experts in any way. I mean, we both have our different professions that we are experts in. But if this is your space, reach out to us. Let us know, because we will take all the help we can get.
Yeah. Like you said before, it's not about you or me. It's about the Sunnyslope alumni community.
Yes.
Yeah, we welcome anybody who wants to help us make it better. We're open to feedback.
Yeah, and another thing too is, with Julie and I being professionals in our other spaces, we may not have the time to do the interviews, but this is where we're reaching out to you, Sunnyslope alumni member, to possibly be a guest host. We'll walk you through the whole process, and we'll make a video on what that process looks like.
Yep.
But come on, reach out.
Yeah, it's easy. It's not that hard. I mean, once you get past like I'm being recorded and just have a conversation. It's good. It's not as bad as we make it in our heads. It's actually pretty fun. And that's why I keep doing it. That's why I really enjoy it. I love talking to people and getting the see what they've been up to and everything. So
Julie, tell everybody how they can get in contact with us.
We have an Instagram page. We have a Facebook page, YouTube. Subscribe so you guys can get that little and the bell, right? You want to subscribe to hit the bell notification so that you can see when we launch a new episode, because we have more episodes coming. We're getting close to wrapping up season 1.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So if you want to be a guest host, if you want to be interviewed, if you want to, like I said, guest host, you want to interview somebody, like reach out to us. Like, floor is yours.
All right. Well, I hope you like what you've been hearing so far. I know that it has impacted my life in a positive way. But yeah, we look forward to hearing from you in the future.
Yeah. Hit us up, y'all.
Yeah. Remember, Slope wins every day.
Yes.